You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
What a beautiful day for horses in the morning.
You are listening to the #1 horse podcast in the world. Here is your entertaining look at the horse world and the people in it.
Well, good morning, everybody. I am Glenn the Geek from Ocala, Florida, and for some reason, my pony is screaming loudly outside my window.
Oh, you better go check on that. I'm Jamie Jennings in Norman, Oklahoma. You're listening to Horses in the Morning on the Horse Radio Network from Monday, October 21st, episode 3545, brought to you by WERM Flooring. Good morning, horse people.
You have found Horses in the Morning on a Monday. You're in for an amazing horsey week of laughter, learning, and fun with Glenn and Jamie.
Well, we're back together with her brand new show for you. Best ofs are over. We're back.
I just love it when people comment about the best of. They'll message me like, oh my God. And I'm like, I have no idea what episode that was. I think sometimes people think it was live.
There were a lot of comments about the best ofs this time, and I had the same problem you did. I was like, I don't remember that episode. It's like,
well, I didn't know which ones you put in.
Well, Ashley did them, so I didn't know either.
Oh, that's our problem.
So I was in the same boat as you this time. Jamie's going to tell us all about her clinic that she's been doing for the last 2 weeks, and we're going to hear from Auditor Jamie, another Jamie, about her experience there, whether she now doesn't like you at all or thinks you're God. We're going to find out.
It's not the second, I'm sure.
I'll talk a little bit about my surgery, which, hint, did not happen because of a hurricane. And I've been hearing from a lot of you about how we survived the hurricanes. I'll let you know about that. We have some equestrian first world problems. We're going to get back to those this week. And then in the Auditor Post Show, we have another round of trying international snacks. And I got to believe that Jamie's going to like this one because one of the places she likes to visit a lot is Italy.
I mean, I opened it up and it said Italy and I was like, yes!
We'll see if you had any of these over in Italy while you were there. That will also be available on video to the auditors in the Auditor Facebook group. But it is good to be back. I think we should go right into Daily Whinnies and then we'll catch everybody up on what's happened in our lives, and hopefully you're all okay. But we'll do Daily Whinnies first, and I will make a massive apology in about 30 seconds. Jamie, can you please remind everybody where they send hate mail? Because I'm going to need it here.
Oh, gosh. What are you going to do? You send all your hate mail to Jennifer@horseradionetwork.com. She has a very special file for that.
Yes, well, because for everybody I missed in the last 2 weeks, happy birthday.
Lame.
Facebook wouldn't let me go back that far. So I'm very sorry that I missed your birthday over the last 2 weeks. And we know that you had a happy birthday even without us saying it. But if you want to complain, Jennifer is the one to send it to. Diana
Actually,
Stuckey.
You can send those to me because I'd like to hear them.
Diana Stuckey's birthday's today. So happy birthday to Auditor Diana. And also Jamie. It was your birthday, yesterday? Was it yesterday?
The 19th, it was on Saturday.
Saturday, okay. Well, happy birthday to you, too. You had
Thank
family
you.
in. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, what's really nice? So this is, I have a twin brother, and he lived with my mom and took care of my mom. And this is our first birthday without my mom. So both my brothers and my dad flew up here. And we just kind of hung out together. They're actually still here. And they fly out today. So between having the clinic and having a farm full of people for the clinic, and then that wrapped up, and then all my family came. And in the meantime, I had a horse here in training from Horse and Hound, and another friend was like, I want to come try him. So she flew in from Florida and stayed with us as well. He's getting pre-purchased today. So we pray to the vet gods that he passes. But yeah, it's been just an utter madhouse of awesomeness.
You ready for a couple of quiet days?
What are you talking about? I'm not going to say a word. It's been awesome. Everything's been awesome. Perfect.
I bet it has. And I am really glad your family got to come in.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, Chad is he's done.
I bet he is. You know, when I looked at the picture of you and your family together, I could not tell you which one was your twin brother.
Nobody can tell.
I would not have. I probably would have guessed wrong if I had guessed, but
you would. So my friend Larissa talks about it. If you want to go see the picture of the fam, there's my one brother who's older than me, has dark hair and has similar features. I'm the smallest one, shortest one in the family by far. But like, there's that one, and then there's the brother that looks. Well, my friend Larissa. He's not going to listen. She's like, is it your brother that looks like you or the brother that looks homeless? I'm like, the homeless one, the homeless looking one, the unhoused looking one is my twin.
So in the picture, the bulldog shirt's your older brother.
Let me see. Is he the one with dark hair or does he look homeless?
Oh, yeah. He's the one with darker hair. Darker hair. Yes. Yep.
Yes, that is my older brother.
Okay.
The one with blonde hair that's like 6 feet tall, that's my twin brother.
How did you get a 6 foot tall twin? He got all the height and stole it from you. That's what happened. He was more nourished than you.
Well, it turns out when I was born, I found this out in the conversation when they got me the cake, right? So they bring out cake. Chad, of course, got it, but my brothers were responsible for picking it up. And they had a not so nice nickname for me, and they put that nickname on the cake. Ooh. So since they picked it up, and apparently the nickname is because I did not look healthy when I was little. And my dad tells the story. He's like, yeah, because my brother was like 8 pounds. We're twins. So he was 8 pounds and I was like 3 pounds.
Oh, so he did steal all of the nourishment.
Yeah, he did. And that's why he's 6 feet tall and I'm 5'2". So my dad said, he's like, I never heard him tell the story. He goes, yep, I remember when they held you in the hospital, they handed you to me. And I looked down and I looked at you and I said, well, it's a good thing you got 2 brothers because we're going to have to take care of you for the rest of your life. Boys, and I got you.
That's funny. All right. My last Daily Winnie is to Ashley for doing all the best ofs and really covering things. She's back, and she came back to a whole bunch of work. So thank you, Ashley, for doing that. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, I mean, the list goes on and on about all the people that I could thank for in the last 2 weeks, but I will give this little super shout out to one of our auditors. Her name is Claire Runnelson. And Claire, she just likes to make everybody cry. So she did a drawing of Cinco, my little auction rescue horse, and she sent me she's beautiful art. Just gorgeous. And so I handed the package to Anna and I said, oh, I know what this is. You open it. So Anna, my little German exchange student, opens the package and pulls out this beautiful painting drawing of Cinco and literally starts sobbing. So thanks, Claire. She actually did a drawing of Pharaoh for me too, and I've got some of their tails. So I'm just going to make a little piece of art with it. And I really appreciate it. It was really sweet. And you made a young German girl sob her eyes out in the car at the mailbox.
Anna's had quite the experience since she's been here. Now she's met your entire family.
My brother was like, did you guys feel like you got so lucky? I was like, yes, we did. He's like, she's so cool. I was like, I know, she's awesome.
She would have to have done everything she has done in the, month and a half she's been with you.
I know. She's like this morning. So she took the clinic. So I kept her out of school for 2 weeks, right? And she's getting up for school and she's like, I don't want to go to school. I just want to train horses.
And you were like, get in the car.
Get in the car.
All right. Well, we're going to get to the clinic here in just a second. But first, I've been getting a lot of messages about my surgery recovery. Well, thanks to Milton, which happened the day after my surgery was supposed to happen, I did not have surgery. So it was postponed till tomorrow. So, and I'm glad because I've gotten worse in the last 2 weeks. Jennifer's like, okay, you need to get this done. So I'm going to be getting surgery tomorrow. I'm waiting for them to call me with what time. That will happen tomorrow. And then I will be off the rest of the week. You will not want to hear me. And Ashley, thank God, is taking over and going to fill in. And then I'll be back in a week, hopefully. But that's what happened. The second Hurricane Milton that caused me to get my surgery postponed actually went south of us. So it hit more down in Dr. Wendy's area in Sarasota and Tampa, got a lot of damage. And then all across the state, actually, and even on the east coast of Florida, they got hammered pretty good. Daytona Beach and New Smyrna Beach and those areas got hammered pretty good too. So we got lucky. We only had like 50-mile-an-hour winds and didn't even have a tree down that second storm. So Wendy, on the other hand, Dr. Wendy, who you all know has been on the show and used to own part of Horse Radio Network for years. This is the fourth or fifth storm that since she's lived in Sarasota, that the eye has went over her house.
Oh, bless her.
She has a sturdy house, obviously, but they did take a lot of trees down again this time. Her trees, she had 100 trees, and I think now she's left with maybe 15. She took a lot of damage, but her horses are the toughest horses ever. She leaves them out. She's in the leave them out. She's a veterinarian, and she's in the leave them out. They have shelter. They have a run-in, a very sturdy run-in. A Category 5, obviously, run-in. And she said the horses just tuck their tail and stand in there. And she said, so they've been through 3 Cat 5s. And I would say her horses are hurricane-proof by now because they've survived all 3. But
That's intense.
She's one of those, that leaves them out. And I know that we argue about that all the time, but that's what she believes. She is also a veterinarian that wears flip-flops. So if that tells you anything.
Yeah, I mean,
now,
do what you will.
On a positive note, this last week was the first week we've lived in this house at Over 2 Acres Ranch without the threat of a hurricane. It's the first time we got to live here and actually enjoy it.
I'm so proud.
And it was nice. It was very nice. We love the house. Now that all the water problems have been fixed and numerous plumbers have been out to take care of all that, we're enjoying it. We're loving it. I can see my pony scooter right outside my window here in the office. We set it up so that my studio overlooks Scooter's paddock and Jennifer's studio overlooks Nigel's paddock. That's how we set up the house. So, and she has been horse shopping, for all of you asking. She has been horse shopping, hasn't found anything suitable yet, but she went out and looked another one over the weekend and just didn't fit. So Jennifer is not one of those that's going to accept anything but what she exactly wants. She's pretty tough that way. Take Jamie and make her the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Take me and flip it.
Yes.
All the way around.
Jennifer will look at that starving horse and go, well, not my problem. I'm out. So,
oh, jeez. Mine is like, oh, wait, he's missing part of his leg.
Yeah.
Put him in the trailer.
Take him home. I can fix him. Well, so there's the updates on my end. Surgery tomorrow. And thank you all for your messages. I really do appreciate it. You wrote down here you got 2 new cats.
I got 2 it's on my birthday. I decided I need some cats, Glenn. You know how my husband loves cats. So yeah, I just added 2 new barn cats to the family. So there's there's like barn cat organizations that will bring you, they literally delivered them from an hour and a half away, brought me 2 black and white kitties. And I was talking to them because there's a Facebook page called Barn Cats in Oklahoma. And I messaged them and I was like, hey, I'm looking for 2 barn cats and I want to get them at the same time. If they've been together, that'd be great because I don't want to have them fighting, but I just want spayed, vaccinated barn cats. Yes, we have those. So they posted my message on like the Facebook page and I start getting all these messages from text. They gave out my phone number, get all these text messages from people all over the place. I have a cat. It's great. It's just not working out with our baby anymore. So like, I was just thinking that
keep scratching the baby's face.
Like, wait, no, but I was like, you can't give me, like, you can't have a baby and then just dump your cat in somebody's barn. I'm like, I told them, I'm like, that's not a barn cat. Like, I don't want your friendly cat running up to me. I want your feral, one-eyed, half an ear gone barn cat, So anyway, there was a colony in Enid, Oklahoma, and they trapped them, neutered them, spayed them, got them fixed. And then this lady messaged me, I've got these barn cats from Enid. And I said, great. And here's where I like to trick them, right? And so she messaged me, and I'm like, I'm looking for 2. And she's like, great. We have 2 females that are ready to go. And I wrote her back and I go, are they friendly? And she wrote back, no, they're feral barn cats. And I was like, I'll take them. I was trying to trick you. So they came and I got the stall all prepared. And like they have there's like a little feeder hole where you can put the grain through, so I covered that up. I've got all the top doors closed and we've got the cage in there. I've got a crate. I've got food and water. And so they're supposed to like live in a stall for a couple weeks, right? To get acclimated
is that what
to
it
the
is?
barn.
I'm just wondering because Jennifer's looking for some too. Is it a couple weeks?
Yeah, I think so. A couple of weeks. I mean, you can go crazy and say a month, or you can go, well, here's how this worked out. So I take him in there and this lady brings, so she's like, oh my God, thank you so much for taking these, because now that you've saved these 2, you're saving 2 more because now we've got the empty spots and so blah, blah, blah. So she's so excited. And I'm like, well, here's our stall. And I take their little crates in there and I open them up at the same time as one in each crate. And I open them up, pew, right over the top. I mean, these cats scaled the wall that is 25 feet high in 0.2 seconds. Like, pew, straight up over the wall. Didn't care about my little feeder, my little water, nothing. I had a little like soft little crate for them to sleep in, covered with blankets and all that. Nope, they don't give a crap. They just pew right to the top of the barn. And they stayed up in the rafters. I was like, well,
you wanted feral. You got it.
Cool. I felt so bad, but this lady, I was like, I thought she'd be mad that they were like, she was like, okay, bye.
Here's all yours.
She left. One of them I can't find, but one of them hunts me. It's like having a puma in my rafters. It is insane. I walk through the barn. I'm like, oh God, because it's right above me. When you walk in the barn, there's like, if it was like an actual giant size, like jungle cat size, I'd be dead like twice.
Did it eat any of the food?
They have eaten some of the food.
Oh, good.
So
okay.
I've only can find the one.
Or the mice did. One of the two.
My overpopulation of mice, they probably ate most of the food, to be fair. But yeah.
The cat just stood or sat in the rafters and watched them.
That or Homer started barking the other night and looking out on the patio. And I was like, one of the feral cats must be up in the patio eating the dog food. And I was like, oh, kitty, kitty. I was like, oh my God, it's a giant possum.
You do have Animal Kingdom there.
We got all sorts of stuff. Come on, feral barn kitties, get to work.
Our red fox must have visited the other morning because they smell a lot like a skunk when they mark.
Oh.
A lot like a skunk. And it's a little more muted than a skunk. It doesn't last as long in it. But I must have been right between the house and the barn because when we walked out the back doors, like, oh, the red fox has been here. That's why we don't have chickens. Hey,
love the nature.
Tell us about worm flooring, and then we'll find out about your clinic.
Okay, wormflooring.com now does your trailer roof. Leaky roofs are a very common problem in horse trailers and RVs. So Worm Flooring's revolutionary silicone-based coating creates a barrier against the heat and wet. First, it seals your roof to stop leaks before they start. Second, it reflects back nearly 90% of those nasty UV rays, keeping your trailer or barn up to 60 degrees cooler on a blistering day. So ditch the duct tape. It's like they know what's on top of my barn roof. And the buckets. Invest in a long-lasting peace of mind with Seal and Chill. It's applied by pros for a flawless finish, $7.50 a square foot, and that's a steal for a cooler, drier, happier trailer or RV, which means happier horses and people. Head over to wormflooring.com to find a dealer near you.
All right, before we get to your guest, Auditor Jamie, who attended your clinic, tell us first, how'd it go for you?
Oh, you know what? It was it's really cool. So how this works, it's the Monty Roberts Intro Clinic. And it is at least a couple hours, maybe 3 hours every morning of academics. Like we sit down and we go through, the evolution of horses all the way up to current behaviors and things. And then they go home with a giant manual. It's like 500 pages that if they want to take the exam later on, they'll have to use that. So it's a fantastic just kind of deep dive into the psychology of horses for a couple hours a morning. And then we go to lunch and we go train horses all afternoon. And it was one of the most fun courses that I did at Flag Is Up. And so it's really cool to be able to teach it. So we had Delia, Jamie, Rachel, Anna, and Matt. I had a guy participate this time, first time. And he was also the first Oklahoma resident to take the course because, I mean, Delia came from Chicago, Jamie's in North Carolina, Rachel's in Alabama, Anna was obviously from Germany. I've had Vermont. I've had just people from all over the place come to this clinic, and it was so cool to have an Oklahoma boy come here. But man, you know where they say there's always one? There's always one. And if there's not one, it's you. It must have been me.
It was you?
It was me because all these people were awesome. Like, I was so exciting. I mean, first of all, like to have Anna, who's 16 and kind of like cutting her teeth and all this stuff. Everybody was so supportive and kind to her, and everything was. They were awesome. Delia, Jamie, Rachel, Anna, they all already knew how to ride. So we got to ride the horses in the mornings. You know, we went on trail rides. I taught them mounted archery. It was just super fun. So like Barrett, Barn Boy was here every day, and he taught them how to like rope things and crack a bullwhip. And I mean, there's a lot of extracurricular stuff outside of the clinic that we did, which was really, really fun. But the clinic even encompasses like trailer loading, and it turns out Matt owns racehorses at Remington Park, and it's season right now for that. So we went to the track. They have a suite. So we got to like go up in their family suite, family stone racing, and be a part of their suite and cheer on the horses. And we got to be in a couple winner's circle photos. It was
you were spoiled.
Oh my gosh, it's like just awesome. And we went to the backside and to the trainer's barn. This guy named Scott Young, who, if you have a racehorse, put it with that guy. Those horses are living very, very well. So I was really impressed with that trainer, and it was nice to get to see that. We just had an absolute blast. It was just 2 weeks of fun. So I'm interested to hear Jamie's takeaway. Again, super confusing to have two Jamies. Yes, I get it. They were like, Jamie said this. I'm like, I didn't say that. No, not you. The other Jamie. So let's get Jamie on and have her tell her side of the story.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so we have another Jamie on here. She's one of our terrific auditors, and I think she's been an auditor for a while. Jamie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good. So you're back home from Jamie's house?
I am. I'm back in North Carolina from Oklahoma. It's kind of sad. I'm not going to lie.
So you have to get back to the real world. You can't just play with horses and eat and have fun all day.
Oh my gosh, no. Yeah. And today is like the most Mondayest Monday of all. So it's a great welcome back.
So what do you do with horses? So, do you compete? Do you trail ride? What do you do?
So right now I am just horse girl. I love horses. I have 3 of them. I am getting into barrel racing actually. So I'm probably like one of the few that does that because I know our group is like heavy English, and
there's more than you think. Actually, there's more than you think. Yeah,
for sure. But those girls definitely got my itch for English back. I will say that. But right now, I just love on horses. I trail ride. I have some babies that I work with, and then I do some barrel racing. So
in that case, why did you want to take the clinic? Because it's very specific. It's a very specific clinic.
So, well, I wanted to take it, I guess, mainly because I do have 2 babies. I have a 1.5-year-old and then like a 6-month-old. So I knew that, Monty's ways and concepts of just starting babies, any kind of horse that's unhandled is just great. So that was kind of the route that I wanted to take versus like putting my horses into training or anything like that. So I kind of wanted to learn how to do it myself. So that was my main reason for taking the course. But after kind of seeing what Jamie has and stuff, it's definitely got my mind ticking on some other things that I can definitely use all of the concepts with.
Dude, so. Jamie wanted every racehorse that we met.
Oh my God. I did. I already have one like on lockdown. The trainer knows. He's going to let me know. I wanted to take home everything. It's kind of a problem.
So I always tell people when they go to clinics or when they go to seminars or conferences or whatever, they should take one thing home. You learn 1,000 things and you have 100 things in your to-do list. But I always say take that one thing and actually do something with it immediately. Did you have a one thing?
Oh my God, I had so many things. I think my one thing was, oh my gosh, what a like on the spot question. There's so many things. I think it's just the communication, the patience to have with horses. It was so mind-boggling and just amazing to see some of those hot horses that Jamie has there. Just no matter really what was bothering them, the patience that like her and Barrett and all of us kind of showed to those horses. They just accepted you and they trusted you. And that was huge. So I think I definitely need to work on patience. I know it probably didn't seem like that there, but sometimes, like I try, I'm about to call Jamie because I tried to join up with my horse yesterday and he was like, no, Mom. So I have to figure that out.
I don't care what you learn.
Like, right. But it was just, just kind of learning that and the communication of horses. I mean, I haven't stopped talking about how everything that I see a horse do now, it's like, I know why they're doing it. That was just really cool to bring back too.
I think Jamie would admit too, we talked about this recently, didn't we, Jamie, with another horse, is that we're always constantly trying to be more patient. That never ends.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, never. And every horse is going to give you a different, attitude or whatever, just to work on you.
Well, it's so interesting. We had 4 horses come from Horse and Hound, and these 4 thoroughbreds couldn't have been, even though they're the same breed and they've all raced, they couldn't be more different. So a lot of it is figuring out like how to listen to each horse individually, and how to shape the learning for that particular horse. And I think that's a lot of what this clinic does, is it kind of teaches you how to read the horse. That's something that we said a lot. But I love Jamie actually about a week in told me why she decided to take the course. Do you want to let everybody know what made you decide to take the course?
Absolutely. I knew you were going to ask me this, so I was prepared for this. So when kind of even ties into why I first started listening to the podcast. So I had gotten my first horse in my adult life and I needed some horsey friends and I didn't have any. And I was looking through some podcasts and I came across Horses in the Morning and quickly became an auditor because it was just so fabulous. But more so recently, I know the morbid sound of Jamie's marching to death, but it's so true. I took that.
Halloween is coming.
Everything that I know, we can't avoid it, right? But I took that and everything that she's been through and sharing with everybody. And I really took that to heart because I always I put things that I've always wanted to do on the back burner to just kind of live life, or not live life, but just to survive, I guess is the word to say. Wake up, work, do those things. And when she said that, it was like obviously, that is what we're all doing. We're not getting any younger. If I don't do this, 2 years is still going to pass, no matter if I do it or not. So I've always wanted to work with horses and make it just a part of my every single day life. And when she said that, I was like, I'm doing it too. There's nothing to lose. It was just so eye-opening and just so motivating. And because of that, I bought Roxy, who's my dream horse. So I get to, help her grow and bring these concepts into her. And it was just awesome. And I'm just so thankful to have found you guys and Jamie and all those things because it really, really transformed my life. I'm not even just tooting horns here. It totally was eye-opening and just changing for me. So it was just an awesome thing to do.
And here we think we're just being silly every day talking about weird horse stuff.
No. It is I found my people, and then in the auditor group, I found my people. And then to hang out with Jamie and Rachel and Delia and Matt for 2 weeks. I found those are some of the best people I'm so, so thankful to have in my circle. It's great. If you ever have the chance to meet them.
I just appreciate too how sweet you all were to Anna. Just so supportive and nice.
Oh, I love that girl. Oh my God.
There hasn't been anybody that's met her that said they didn't like her. So,
well, here's the thing. Y'all might want to be careful. So what I learned, she's like, oh, Delia has crossed the state line or Jamie just landed. And I was like, are they texting you and not me? What's going on? She's like, no. they shared their location with me. She's literally watching you guys all the time. She's like, no, and she holds up this like the Find Your iPhone app, and she's like, yeah, she just crossed the state line, and now she's making her way to Alabama. And I was like, she's like, Jamie's plane landed. Look, I was like, oh my God, you're stalking everybody. I go, do you just have to me? And she's like, sometimes.
Oh yeah, no. She was looking for you. I can't remember where, and maybe it was when we were leaving the racetrack, and she was like, she's still in the racetrack. And I'm like, Anna, like,
she's
it's like her pastime.
She's learning geography. It is a geography lesson for her. Yeah.
Hey, see, there you go. Speaking of the racetrack, I don't know if you found this out, Jamie. So I took my brothers the last night with all these ladies and clinic participants to the track. And my brother is my twin brother. He is like not the most responsible with this money, and giving him a bunch of horses and gambling to do was like the most fun thing for him. And so we are walking out the door. It's the last race of the night. And he's like, that's it. You got to triple up to catch up.
Oh no.
And I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And so he puts a huge pile of money on this. He just like picks it. He's like, we're going with the 7. And we're walking out the door, and I'm like, we're leaving. And he was like, we have to wait till this last race. He put an ungodly amount of money on this 7 horse. And I thought, oh God, I would give the tip of my pinky if he would win this race. You just please let him win this race, because he's been hammered this whole night because he doesn't do horses. And oh my God, we're walking out the door, and the 7 horse wins.
Oh no.
And he won a giant pile of money, all of it. And now I'm so scared that I'm going to lose the tip of my pinky. So you heard it here.
Well, if you do, we know why.
That never worked out for me at the blackjack table. You know, you're up a couple $100 and you go, this last hand, I'm putting it all and I'm going to double it.
All
it
in.
never worked for me.
Never. And he was going triple up to catch up. Triple up to catch up. No, Anna spent all your money on the program. She was like totally into it, studying. It was awesome. And the fact that these girls too, what I was funny about this group, these girls and Matt, not Anna included in this, of course, but when the second we were done, I was like, okay, you guys, we can turn out. I would no quicker blink as everybody had a beer in their hand. Okay, we're done.
She's not lying. She's not lying.
Well, Jamie, I'm glad you had such a good time, and it looks like everybody did. Everybody posted that was there, and I'm really glad that you guys got a lot out of it. And you know what? You're the ones that are going to carry this on. So Jamie can't do it by herself. You know, she needs other Jamies out there doing it too.
Amen.
Heck yeah, I'm glad that I'm one of them. So, and I think a lot. I know me and Delia for sure, and I know Rachel wants to do the intro exam, but I think we definitely want to do this for real, get all the way to the end. So we're all really excited about it.
Good for you.
So yeah, we're just gonna figure out how to get all the logistics together, but I think we all definitely want to do it. So I'm really excited about that. So we are
all marching toward death, so it's probably good you're getting it done. Yep.
Exactly. Do it now or don't do it, So
that'll be our next T-shirt for Christmas.
Well, it's true, though. I didn't realize. Here we go. Come on, y'all. Aren't you glad you did it?
Oh, I'm like, so even my husband, because a part of coming up to it, I was like, oh my gosh, we own our own business. So it's so stressful to leave for 2 weeks and leave your husband in charge, it's just tough. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't. And I'm so glad that I went. Even my husband was like, are you glad you went? I was like, oh my God, yes. I don't even want to come home. He was like, I didn't even I thought I was going to miss my dog. I barely thought about my dog. I had Homer and Lynx and Danny to keep me occupied. I could have moved in with Ginger. So
you know what, too?
That's
you're going to
plan B for life for me.
You're going to find the things you learned for those 2 weeks with horses are also going to help you in your business. Running your own business.
Oh, for sure. Yep. Oh my gosh. There's just things. I mean, even just the communication things that we read about, it just applies to everything. It's very.
Isn't that something Monty always said, Jamie? Doesn't always help you with horses. It helps you with people too.
He's got a book called Horse Sense for People, because it's a thing.
Well, we're going to let you get back to work so your husband doesn't fire you. So bye, Jamie. Thanks for listening and being an auditor, too. We appreciate it.
Oh, Of course. Thank you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Love you, mean it. Bye.
Bye.
There she goes. Well, I'm glad we had her on. She's so fun. That was great.
Yeah. It was such a fun group of humans. It was awesome. And yeah, I mean, they cleaned my barn every day. They were drinking beer, sweeping the aisle. Like, I was like, where did you people come from?
I'm going to do this every 2 weeks.
I know.
Well, I'm glad, though, I hope that they do follow through because we do need more. We need more certified instructors. So, especially in the United States.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
definitely.
I hope they do follow through. That'd be great. And you know what? What she said really hit me actually today, I guess, because I'm going to surgery tomorrow probably. But really hit me what she said about, we do this show and sometimes you even forget people are listening. I know it's just Jamie and I. We're talking to each other and get caught up. We forget sometimes that people are listening. And the stuff that we think is going to affect people the most, whether it's emotionally or whatever, is not usually the stuff that does. And we're always surprised at the stuff that does.
Well, she was like, I mean, she had me crying when she told me that story before. She was like, you just detailed your life. And she's like, I've wanted to do this for so long. And then when you said you're marching towards death, you should do it. I wasn't talking about the clinic when I said that, but I was like, do that thing you want to do. Because remember, it may take a long time. Like I told them, I'm like, getting certified takes a long time, but time's going to pass anyway. So you might as well be working towards a goal and work on it, And I had no idea that just me telling everybody how that affected me and watching what I had to watch, like it makes you just go, all right, I'm going to do it. And why not? I'm going to do it.
I mean, that's, we've talked about it a long time. Listeners know that, after homies having died there in 2020, I sold the company and I did all that to take some stress off and also so that we could do what we did here and are living in, this house with my pony right outside the window. So all of that was for a reason too, and it was for that reason, it was like, okay, that's a wake up call. We all get them, don't we? Excuse me. All right. I'm out of breath. Can you do this commercial?
Yes, poor thing. Confidently address your horse's unique weight needs and help optimize their overall well-being with research-proven Purina animal nutrition feeds designed by passionate equine nutritionists. Partner with Purina to nourish your horse to their optimal body condition. Explore weight management resources for your horse today at purinamills.com/feed-finder.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. We're going to just do something fun and quick here before we get to Equestrian First World Problems, because apparently people still have them. So two things. One is a Canadian guy broke the Guinness World Book of Records for taking 38 dogs on a walk at the same time. Yes, that is a Guinness World Book record.
Don't they do that in like New York all the time?
Yeah, that's what I thought. 36. You do see those pictures. But 38 dogs for a single walk over a half a mile. That broke the record. The previous record was 36 dogs out of South Korea. Now, his name is, what was his name? Mitchell Rudy, and he's the one that broke the record. He got the dogs out of a Korean canine rescue shelter, so they were all shelter dogs. Oof. And I know. And there was a picture of this. It was kind of funny. He said that he was doing it to promote a dog adoption and for everybody to realize that dogs in shelters are good dogs too. So congratulations to him. He broke the record and is now official. There's a record for everything. Now,
there is.
Every year we go over the most popular dog names. It comes out every year. It's put out by the Canine Society usually. And every year they're the same. But I got to say, this year they've changed a bit. A little bit.
Have they?
A little bit, yeah. And I think you're going to see a theme on the girl dog side. So you want to do girls or boys first?
Well, you mentioned girls. Let's do it.
All right. So we'll start with the girls. Number 10.
I can't see this. I don't have this link, so you're just going to have to give it to me.
Number 10, we'll go 10-1. Bailey, Stella.
Okay.
Sadie, Zoe, Lola. Number 5 was Lily. Number 4 was Lucy. You're going to see a trend with the top 3 here. Daisy, Bella, and Luna. I see some princesses on that list.
Okay, so I'm writing it down because I was trying to think Bella is the most popular dog breed. And of course, I have a Bella. So, well, Janet has my Bella. But yeah, Bella is a common thing. And Lucas named her that. And I was like, that's fine. But I wonder too, I know people with a dog named Bailey. So I know a Zoe, I know a Stella, I know a Sadie. But some of those are horse names too.
Yep, that's true.
Lily, those are all horse names.
And Luna kind of means moon, lunar. So I don't know where Luna came from. Was there a Disney princess named Luna? Because that seems to be where a lot of them end up coming from.
I don't think so. I mean, Bella and Luna, those are very popular. These are not exciting names. We need a list of the most random dog names.
We have not owned a dog with any of those names, and most of the dogs we've had have been girls. All right, the boys, starting at 10. Duke, of course.
Yeah, horse.
Horse, yep. Leo, very popular kid's name right now, too. Bear.
Really?
Yeah, well, that's any big black dog's called Bear. Rocky. Yep, that's old standby. Teddy, Buddy. I think, though, you name your dog Buddy, it's because you got nothing else.
I mean, you literally don't care anymore.
No, it's just Buddy or dog.
I'm sorry to anybody with Buddy as a dog. I think of Buddy the Elf, maybe named after that. Okay.
Milo, which I was surprised to see at number 4, actually.
Still? Yeah.
Cooper.
That's my nephew.
I don't know where. Cooper, why that's on the list. Number 2 has been number 1 for years and has been bumped off. This year got bumped off. Number 2, Max has been number 1 for years.
I guessed it.
Yep. Now number 1 is Charlie. Charlie is number 1. Old standby comes back.
So I have a horse named Duke. Ginger's dog is named Bear. But everybody has a Buddy. Cooper's my nephew. So yeah.
So there you go. They're the most popular dog names for 2024, and I'm sure you all have some of those.
Before we get to first world problems, we have to tell you about the foundation of a horse's well-being is a strong hoof. That's why Calexiquin, the new daily hoof support supplement from the makers of Cosequin, contains key ingredients such as biotin, amino acids, copper, and zinc to support hoof integrity, quality growth, strength, and durability. What sets Calexiquin apart from other hoof supplements is the inclusion of vitamin E and selenium, which provide antioxidant support and membrane stabilization. Put your best hoof forward with Calexiquin. To learn more, visit Calexiquin.com.
It's time for the weekly look at your equestrian first world problems. This ought to be good.
It usually is, because these are our auditors who on Sundays, you did it this time, real proud of you, put up a post asking people to share their equestrian woes and drama. And everybody definitely does it. We get so many that I can't even use them all. We'll run out of time. We'll be here all day. So if you want to become an auditor and participate in this, Glenn, how do they do it?
Just go to horseradionetwork.com, scroll down the middle of the page. You'll see an auditor banner, and you can click on that for as little as $3 a month. You too can donate and join the party, just like Auditor Jamie talked about earlier.
I got to get my glasses on, remember. This is so fun. Okay, so we are going to start with Shelly. She's really having trouble because she says there's so many tack shops near me having huge sales, and I'm so tempted to go, but I'm trying to save my money for equine affair.
Where there'll be more sales.
I've never been to Equine Affair, but it sounds like that's a Rolex type shopping event.
Bigger.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Jolynn says, my husband had the day off and he said he would take me to the tack store for an early birthday gift. But the tack store was closed.
You got a theme going here.
I know. Well, it's always a shopping theme, Glenn, if you don't recall, because we're going to start. We'll go to Chantel. She said, I want a new English saddle for my horse, but we're working on reconditioning. So I know it's a bad idea because my girl's like gaining muscle in new places and I'm losing weight, but I want a new one now. Margaret says the weather's been perfect to get out on the trails. It's been in the 60s, close to 70 in Vermont. But my boy has already started growing his shaggy winter coat, and it gets so hot and sweaty when we have to cut our ride short. Just clip the neck. Just clip the neck. It'll release the heat. Amy says, oh, this is good. The animal communicator said my horse thought he was getting another sibling. And I told him, no way was I getting him a sibling. And meet Carl. I didn't think about it till after I got the puppy. My horse got a sibling. Kaylin said this. And there is Kaylin is the mom of Charlie, who is the owner of Taco Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
And she said, Charlie found a turnout sheet for Taco Tuesday that she said she has to have, but they don't have it in a size. And I zoomed in, and it is the cutest little pink blanket covered in tacos. She needs it, Kaylin.
You know, if that was a
Buy
good
it.
mom, she would take that home and cut it all apart and resew it into an appropriate size blanket.
I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. Glenn.
Yeah, I know. You would do that. I know that.
I would
Yeah.
totally do that.
Yeah.
Sarah says, I bought, oh, this is good. Oh, I feel your pain. I bought new spurs and spur leathers, Western ones, conditioned the leather and like wrestled the leathers onto the spurs. It's so hard to get
That
them
isn't
in.
easy.
And then I realized I put them on backwards. Ah!
That is not easy either. It's like getting boots on and off the first time you wear them, tall boots.
Or it's like trying to put your English spur straps through and they just won't go through, and you finally get them and you're like, great, I put them on upside down.
Yep.
You know, like, I wonder if I can just ride with it like this. You can't. Nicola says, I'm looking forward to Horses in the Morning being back on the airwaves, but that means the weekend is over. Yeah. And I was saying the
We're
same thing
here.
this morning. Hi. Jane says, I have a show in 2 weeks to practice for. And my horse came up lame yesterday. That's first world. I need to skip that one.
Yeah, that is first world. I'm sorry.
Alex says, this one is definitely, I'm sorry, that was real world. This one's definitely first world. Poor Alex. I'm finally getting to winter in Florida with the horses for the first time. But like now I have to figure out how to pack my life and my wardrobe for like 6 months.
That is first world right there. That's an equestrian first world problem.
Andrew said that I won the weekend division championship for our show jumping classes.
Yay.
Woo! Congrats. For the first time, and I couldn't wait around to get my ribbon because the show ran late and I had a 2-hour drive home. So it's like, Andrew, it's like it didn't happen, buddy. Sorry. You can get those ribbons.
Jennifer was never one to wait around either. She was like, we have a 2-hour drive. We're leaving. I don't care.
God, I'm waiting around because I've got to get the picture of it on the horse's halter. Like before I load up. I'm sorry. It just has to. Yeah. I can see Jennifer not waiting.
No,
Sorry, Andrew.
she didn't care. You know what? We just threw away. We moved again for like the 15th time in 20 years. And there was this last box of ribbons and she's like, throw them away. I don't care. It's like, so.
She's so sentimental.
Okay.
Adrian says we got a heat wave this weekend and it's been absolutely gorgeous out. This is my life right now. But all the bugs are back to life, and I dig out my fly mask from storage again. See, no good deed goes unpunished. Yes. You can't start putting bug stuff away until you've had a good solid month of freezing.
That's right.
And then same with the blankets. Robin
we have another order of fly predators coming. They know where you live because they know that flies last longer here, and
well, I got an order, my next order, and I was like, I don't need these anymore. And literally the next day it got hot and everything hatched. So
there you go.
Back to work, boys. Robin said that her daughter's named Corinne. Corinne said the pasture at your new house, our new house, is too big, and I have to like walk so far to get my horse.
I know Corinne.
Shut up,
she's
Robin.
been on all the cruises, and I can see her saying that.
And so far. Cheryl said I did a great job with the trace clip on my hunt horse, and then my brother-in-law asked where that weird colored horse came from, and then I remember that my two-tone Fraggle looks goofy to everyone else. I shared this because in Arizona, I trace clipped all of my horses. There was like 6 horses that I trace clipped with the little keyhole thing. And one guy stopped and like flagged me down while I was in the yard. He's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" Like, yeah, sure. What's up? He's sitting in his car. What kind of horses are those? Like, they're just, what do you mean? I've never seen horses that look like that. I'm like, their hair is clipped, ding dong. Like, there's like a paint, a buckskin, a bay, like they're all different. They're just,
and
they
yes,
got
they do
haircuts.
lay down, and yes, that thing on their face is a fly mask.
It is
all of
not.
those
It's
things.
like a screen door, people. Keeps the bugs out. Emily says, after years of searching, we finally found the perfect house and horse property, and I get to build my dream barn. But winter's almost here, and everything is already freezing, so now I have to wait till next year to start building the barn.
Yeah, Emily's our friend from Anchorage, so it's a little chillier up there. She did post, though, she got to do a cool thing over the weekend. She drives Percherons for a carriage company, and they do a drive every year at the reindeer farm. So she got to drive at the reindeer farm, and she posted pictures. That's pretty cool.
Did you want to die? Like, can you imagine me riding any horses through a bunch of reindeer, and you want to be attached to the wagon with only
These horses,
strings in your hands?
I've been with these horses, and we've been on the carriage with these horses when we visited Alaska, and these horses are bomb proof. They drive in the city. They're fine.
Still reindeer.
No reindeer are going to scare
horses,
these
and you're
horses.
attached to them by strings in your hand. Alexis says, I had a lesson scheduled at my house on, this is really sad, Alexis. I had a lesson scheduled at my house on Friday in my full-size dressage arena, but it was raining and my trainer didn't want to teach me in the rain, so I had to haul my horse 10 minutes to her covered arena with microfiber footing, and then I even had to pick out my horse's feet after I was done riding because the footing is so expensive. And I'm exhausted.
Does they have to pick it out and throw it back in because they don't want to lose a lot of footing?
Yes.
Yes?
If a horse poops, somebody better pick it up real quick. But yes, you have to clean the horse's feet out. Ask Reese. You have to clean the horse's feet out because otherwise they just drag your expensive footing right out into the right now. But it is exhausting. I feel you, Alexis. I feel like we should be friends.
All right, one more.
Another new one. No, I've got. Let's see here.
I'll give you two. I'm getting hungry. Megan. We have to eat our snacks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Suzanne said, my awesome new trainer is really busy, but she has found time to come to our farm 4 days a week to train my horse and me, and it's wonderful. But the only bad thing is she can't come every day. I had clients, I would say, you have more money than I have time. I'm sorry. You have more money than I have time. And finally, Megan, this is sad too. I can't find
that
my
line. Let me write that down. That's pretty good.
You have more money than I have time.
That's pretty good.
I'd love to work more for you, but I just can't because... Yeah.
That's a good line for a consultant to use. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. A bad consultant. Usually that would be really a bad consultant. Megan says, I can't find my jewel studded brow band, so I'm going to have to use the one with the diamond heart on it. Ah, how many jewel encrusted brow bands? But who wants a heart? Come on, maybe it's a diamond. I don't know. It's better than nothing, but find your older one. It's better. Sorry, guys. These are all very sad problems that you're all having to deal with. And I'm sending hugs out to each one of you that is suffering through this thing we call life.
Well, thank you everybody for doing that. We really appreciate it. Exposing all of your problems to the world. I know it's difficult, but we do appreciate it. It's
cathartic, really.
Yeah. It helps us out in the show too. So auditors, hang on. We're going to be doing video for the auditors. You'll hear the audio here if you don't want to go over to the Facebook page and watch the video, but we will.
This can be terrible audio though.
Yeah, we're
crunching.
Yeah, it's just crunching. So we're going to be trying once a month. We do our box from Universal Yums, sends us a box of international treats. I was going to say horse treats. They're people treats. And we try them and see whether we like them. And Jamie's in heaven because it's Italy this time. We haven't hit the Asian countries where it's going to get weird.
But the Africa one with the fish flavored potato chips.
It was really fun. I know you did this too. I took them all over to Jennifer to try then, and she had the same reactions we did. And I know your family did too. Oh,
yeah. I just take a bite and then I let everybody else sample it too. So that is the fun part about the Universal Yums is you don't have to finish each one. You can just all try it together.
And this isn't paid sponsorship. I pay for these. So
Yeah, it's not. They're not sponsored.
if they want to sponsor, they can. We'd be happy to have them. But that's it. I will be back a week from Wednesday, and Ashley will be filling in the meantime, and she does a great job. So y'all are in good hands. And Jamie, hold down the fort.
I will do my best. Probably when you come back, I'm going to need a vacation.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk.
All right. See you, everybody.
Spay, neuter,